and welcome to the Wealth Hub podcast. And thank you for joining us today again. As always, we would love to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all social media platforms. Wealth Hub is your go-to place for financial advisory, learning about money, learning about investments, learning about banking. We're always here to help you understand these very difficult terms. So we do financial literacy, and we're very happy that you have joined us again today. We have a very interesting guest that is going to talk about the foundation of investments. What do you need to start? Where can you start? Especially for those people that have just started their careers, you're just getting into work, or even you've been in work but not very good with saving and investment. Our guest today is Joshua Assimwe. He's going to introduce himself. And as you are with us on this journey of learning about money and investments, he's going to share with you tips on how to set a good foundation with your money, as we learned from Joshua today. Joshua, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you, Sharon. My name is Joshua Assimwe. I am an investment advisor with Zeno Investment Management. I have been with the company from 2019. I actually graduated 2020, and I'm very glad to be a guest today here on the podcast.
So yes, Joshua, you look very young. The reason why I chose you for this particular episode is for you to share those tips. How does somebody set a great foundation for their investment journey?
Yes, so there are a couple of things I'll really relate to. There's one that my parents usually say: when you move alone, you can't go as far as when you move with a group of friends. So this as well is intertwined with the fact that you are the people you surround yourself with. Okay. Yeah. So I would say for anyone really looking to set up any sort of foundation, be it financial, be it spiritual, you are who you surround yourself with. Yeah, that can be our first point for today.
It's not good for us to move alone. And when you're young, it is hard for you to really have the consistency. You always have all these excuses. So I love that you are actually encouraging people to find like-minded people that can encourage them onto that investment journey. Yeah. What else?
Well, still, it all starts with one step. One step in a positive direction. There's a certain book I read where the author says, just improve by 1% every single day. Yeah. And as well, there are also, you could call them memes. Yeah. Where they say, if you read something for 1 hour every day, over 5 years, you can become an authority on said subject. So similarly, if you put away that maybe 10,000 every month, saving is hard. Even me, I may have the knowledge of across where we all benefit. I know if I save, next year will be better. But even for me, who knows? It's also hard.
It's hard.
So now what about the other person that doesn't know, that is in the wilderness, that is in the bush? Yeah, you find they're always left behind. So the main call to action is start. Start. However inconsistent you may be in the first year, start. And you try and put away X amount. There are certain percentages that would be preferred, but you can't go from 0 to 100.
True.
No, you can't do a full 180-degree turn overnight. You start with 1 degree every day, and you're almost there.
So for young people that are listening to us today and watching from all over Africa and the world, what would be the best way, someone who has small or little resources, because we have so many competing needs.
Yes.
We're in a world where we don't have enough. Money is scarce.
True.
How do we prioritize? How do you prioritize to say, now I have to put something for later?
So still now that really is intertwined with the whole group philosophy. Because now if let's say you are just 10 people, 10 people, and you decide to put away 5,000. It could be every week. 5,000 is about $1.50, give or take. Yeah. So 5,000 across 10 people, that's a 50,000 every week. I myself, I'm speaking from experience. I have, we're a group of friends, we're also around 10. A few came and left etc. That's kind of drama in any club. Yeah, so we started at 5K in, I think it was 2021. Right now, we are closer to 10 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
In how long?
This is about 2 years because we have increased from 5 to 10. We're now even looking at making it 20 because of the consistency.
Yes, and each one of you is encouraging the
Yes.
other to actually get onto this journey.
Yes.
And what's the long-term goal after you've invested all this money? What are those things as a group you're looking at investing in or doing or achieving?
So, as a group, we realized the system was against us. Okay, prior to the formation of a group, we realized the system is against us because if you then go to a bank asks you for 18%. Yeah? So for us, we wanted a place where we as guys had, we could run to immediately and we get quick cash, a few millions, and you can at least solve your problem or invest. Because as we speak now, we do have two of our members that took out loans. One is passionate about cars, he's a mechanic. So he wanted to buy a toolbox. He spent, I think, we gave him around 800,000. Another started a farm. He was passionate about animal husbandry. So we gave him 1.5 million and he's booming.
So walking the journey with others now helps you to get cheap credit or cheap
Exactly.
loans than to go to the bank. As a group, you're able to put away small monies, and when you're in times of need, then the group is able to lend to you.
Exactly.
Tell us about your investment advisory at Zeno. How are you helping groups, especially the informal ones? I don't want you to really focus on those that are already formal and they are registered. I'm talking about an informal setup of 5 guys who have decided to start putting away their 10K or 50K every month or every week. What kind of guidance? How are you helping them?
So it's mainly dependent on the numbers because I will cite my group. In the beginning, we started as 3. So we set up a joint account. A joint account can allow up to 5 individuals on the same account and all have access to view and see the performance. But now if let's say you're north of 5, you're maybe 10 etc., there are family accounts whereby each and every one of the members can log in and see how their individual amount is doing compared to the whole amount, and the admin, ideally the person that set up the account, has the total view. So prior to even setting you up, we usually first have a more or less kind of discussion, try and understand the group, what the group's needs are, and where they see themselves. I'll still cite my group. For us, our main issue was quick credit. And right now the target is to at least get to north of 10 million. Once we hit north of 10, we are looking at land. Since this is still a small group, we don't necessarily need all that liquidity. We can put money somewhere.
Diversify.
Yeah, we can diversify. We have some in Zen, we have some land. We're looking at maybe trees. So it's still quite open for us as a group. So we would also have to go through that kind of same process with any group. And provided you're north of 10, everyone can contribute 5,000. And then you start your investment journey as a group. Yeah.
Okay. So for people that are listening to us, we are learning that if you can't do it alone, you can actually do it with your friends. You can actually do it with your family. If you feel that your money is little, when you join forces and you're many, then the 10,000 becomes 1 million. Then the 100K becomes 20 because each one of you is pulling money together. Can we talk about how an efficient group should be run? How are you doing it? How have you managed to have this success story? So
for us, in our group, it's called Kayembe Investment.
Kayembe.
Kayembe.
How about Kayembe?
Well,
why Kayembe?
Where we reside, the stage is called Kayembe stage. So
okay. So your neighbors.
Yeah, okay. Like the 3 of us were housemates. Oh. Then our friends that used to come and visit.
Kayembe.
Yeah, because we realized a lot of people would come And we wanted something to remember that spot for. It's more or less like a meeting.
So you guys have gotten ideas on how to come up with investment club names. Where it starts can be the name of the investment club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So once we established that, we realized we couldn't have one person with all the power. That we have one permanent president, one permanent treasurer. No. So every quarter we actually switch up.
Every quarter.
Every 3 months.
Wow.
Every 3 months, someone else has the power. Someone else is supposed to. Our deadline is Friday. So someone has to alert us, hey, Friday is here. Collection day. You miss, there's a 20% fine.
You even fine?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So people now are encouraged to actually go ahead and pay the money on time. No excuses
if you miss, you pay the 2,000.
Okay.
And if you let it accumulate, you're giving the club interest before even investing.
Interesting.
So we put in place, we have an open exit, open entry policy. So if you're like now to join us, I think each member is give or take around 800,000. Yeah, so you'd have to pay up to our current date in time, at that current point in time, and then you continue. So yeah, we rotate the leadership. We are free. If you tomorrow you wake up and you want your money, we'll give you your money, no hassle. So we as well try to keep liquidity and debt. Right now we agreed only 2 people can have loans at a time. Yeah.
So you're trying to also be disciplined.
Yes.
Not everybody running.
No.
Every month in, month out, loan. Okay, that's a good strategy.
And as well, the loan limit is 1.5 times your contribution.
Saving.
And for you to get a loan, you need to be up to date
with your last contribution.
Yes, as to the point, if you're asking today the 3rd, yes, today's 3rd. If you're asking today on the 3rd, yeah, you should be up to date as of Friday.
Wow, before you get the loan.
Before you even ask.
So the bylaws, the regulation, the structure has to be very specific.
Yeah, there should be a document.
There should be a document. You should have guidelines. Otherwise, if you've just woken up and you're like, we are collecting money without these kinds of fines and all these things you're sharing with us, I think that could lead to a failed group. But when someone joins and they know you have to be up to date, everybody will be pushing themselves. So I think now we are learning on why we need to join forces. It is easy to accumulate, number one. It is easy to also use other people's money within the group. So if you're young and you feel like your money is so little to be put aside or invested, do it with people that have similar ideas or similar interests, or people that are sharing the same goal as you have, so that each one of you pushes the other in the right direction. What are our last final remarks to whoever is watching us today? What are those things you would want to leave us with?
Maybe as well, I would maybe just highlight on debt a bit. In as much as I'm encouraging group investments, yeah, you may have a friend who has the financial muscle of the group. Yeah, I can't say I don't have friends that have money equivalent to our group account. They are there. But why I'm bringing this out is pay your debts. If you go to a friend, you ask him for 1 million shillings. You tell him in June, end of June, I will pay you back. June ends, you keep quiet. July ends, you keep quiet. Yeah?
Financial discipline.
Pay
your debts, guys. Pay your debts. Please pay your debts.
Don't, even me personally, there are people that promised me the 2nd week of January. Yeah? And it becomes tedious following up someone over your money.
Yeah.
It becomes a job. And now even you mentally, you know I'm expecting this 200K, this 1 million. If you have a problem coming up, you're like, I won't use maybe my salary, I'll use this money. And say the person is now taking you for laps like in the Olympics.
Yeah. And remember, the person who is giving you this money, they're actually taking away from what they would have spent. They've helped you with this loan or debt. Please pay it back.
Then
please pay it back, because Ugandans have that habit of borrowing and not paying back. It's not a very good thing, because this person has helped you when you're in times of need.
Yeah.
Why don't you then pay back that date so that at least you
maintain good terms?
Yeah, maintain good terms, but also take back what's not yours.
Yes.
That's actually stealing.
It's moral.
It is stealing.
Yes.
You've stolen someone's money in a smart way.
Yeah.
So let's pay our debts. So I really like that.
Yeah. And as well, maybe for those that are financially free and the one who is being asked every time, I would also, to them, I would say, give away what you're willing to lose. I have a friend who gives you 10%. If you come to him saying you want $1 million, he may give you 100,000. It's like, you start from there, don't pay me back. Yeah? So even for those that maybe have excess cash, you can maybe give someone something small that, like, it okay, not goodwill per se, but like you give someone and you write it off immediately. The moment it leaves your wallet, you write it off immediately and you make peace with Sharon that I've given Sharon 100K, 100 million. Let us start from there solving her problem, and you maintain good terms, as opposed to a friendship from S1 to now marriage is now breaking, because even in marital homes, by the way, what do they call, the father and mother can easily split because of finance. That is how deep it can go.
So let's be generous, but very cautious. It's good to help, but also be very cautious when you're giving out this money. That's what we are learning today.
Yeah.
It's good to be generous, but sometimes even when somebody is not able to help, probably they've been burnt. You know, they've supported people and people have been very dishonest and they failed to pay. Then by the time you're also coming asking
They're
for
tired.
help, they are tired.
Back home.
It's their money anyway.
Yes,
They worked
it's
for
their
it
money.
and you want to take it away, and they've had bad experiences. So I'd like to come to the end of this episode to just give ourselves a bit of financial discipline. If you're able to get money from someone, please pay it back. Please pay it back. And we've also seen that when you invest as a group versus as an individual, it helps you get to your goal quicker, because as a group, you're able to actually encourage each other. Even with the small monies, those small monies can be added together, and then you have more money to actually make investments. Would love to thank you so much, Joshua, for giving us this opportunity to interview you and be on our podcast. We love to have people like you that have the knowledge to come and share, especially that you're still a very young man. By that time, when you grow up to become a father, husband, people can also relate that people that are young can actually start making investments. And we've learned that the easiest foundation is invest with others. Collectively, you're able to hit your goals quicker. Would like to thank you so much for being with us up to the end of this episode. See you next time and have a great week.